During today's ceremony, Brigadier General George G. Hackler will relinquish command to Operational Test Command to Brigadier General Shannon-Mikal Lucas. The commander of troops for today's ceremony is Colonel James Zanella, OTC's Deputy Commander and Chief of Staff. The Color Guard is led by Command Sergeant Major Joe Johnson, OTC's Command Sergeant Major. The Salute Battery is from Charlie Battery, 282nd Field Artillery, 1st Cavalry Division, and is led by 1st Lieutenant Mason Matos. The band is from 1st Cavalry Division, led by Staff Sergeant Marcus Brooks. The official party for today's ceremony consists of the host, Major General Gallivan, Brigadier General Hackler, and Brigadier General Lucas. Ladies and gentlemen, please stand for the invitation by Chaplain Major Wolf from 5 and 4th Military Intelligence Brigade.
Good morning. I ask that you follow along with your faith tradition as I pray according to mine. If you would bow your heads, please. Lord, thank you for your presence at this change of command. We thank you for choosing leaders with integrity, who ably lead the mission, who motivate us in our work, and ultimately promote freedom in the world by training soldiers and DA civilians to live and work with integrity and purpose. We humbly ask your blessing upon Brigadier General Hackler and Brigadier General Lucas as they pass between them the colors of command. As it passes, strengthen both of them in the task which you've called them. Now I ask that you go with Brigadier General Hackler and his wife Edith and daughter Emma as they prepare for the new adventure that awaits them. May he find peace and joy as he continues to inspire others to become more than they are. Remind him of what he means to the Operational Test Command family. He is a great leader, motivator, and friend of his organization. He will be greatly missed. For Brigadier General Lucas, I ask that you give him enthusiasm to tackle any task handed to him, perseverance to see it through, and compassion upon the soldiers and DA civilians required to shoulder the task. May he too inspire this great organization to become better than they are. So when our country calls, they'll be ready with top-tier equipment for the task at hand. I also ask that you bless his wife, Edith, with enthusiasm for her life here, and joy and peace for the journey you have for her. Also be with his wife or his daughter, Kaylee, and his mom, Sharon, as they support him in this mission. For all of us, I ask that you give us the commitment to serve our leaders well. Thank you for the never-ending love, strength, courage, and guidance you've given us. In the name of Jesus, I pray. Amen.
It is a long-standing tradition in the Army during a change of command ceremony to recognize an important part of the Army team, the Army spouse and family. Red roses for the outgoing commander's spouse signify the bonds of loyalty and affection between the unit and Mrs. Sunny Hackler. Her tireless devotion to the Operational Test Command will forever be missed. She will be greatly remembered. And Sonia James Stewart is presenting Sunny Hackler red roses on behalf of the officers, soldiers, and civilians of the command in grateful recognition of the sacrifice and service of the organization. Sonia also presents red roses to Brigadier General Hackler's daughter Emma in recognition of their sacrifices to the organization. Traditional yellow roses is a token of appreciation and devotion to the incoming commander's wife as an expression of undying friendship. The yellow roses also symbolize a warm welcome from the soldiers and families of the Operational Test Command. At this time, Sonia is presenting Brigadier General Lucas's wife Edith with yellow roses, welcoming her to the Operational Test Command family. Sonia is also presenting Brigadier General Lucas's daughter Kaylee with a bouquet of sunflowers and his mother Sharon with a bouquet of flowers. Ladies and gentlemen, please stand for honors to the host. Today, Major General Gallivan has deferred honors to Brigadier General Hackler. Please be seated.
Present the command.
At this time, PFC Angola from the Salute Battery present Brigadier General Hackler the ceremonial last round fired. The U.S. Army Operational Test Command was first organized on 1 October 1969 as the U.S. Army Project Mobile Army Sensor System Test Evaluation and Review, or MASTER, with its headquarters at Fort Hood. MASTER, organized under FORSCOM as a temporary organization, would last until the end of the Vietnam War. On July 1, 1974, MASTER was transferred from Forces Command to TRADOC. On April 23, 1976, MASTER was redesignated as the TRADOC Combined Arms Test Activity, or TACADA. On December 17, 1986, TACADA began to transition, and on October 1, 1988, became TRADOC Test and Experimentation Command, TEXCOM. On its 30th anniversary, TEXCOM was redesignated as the U.S. Army Operational Test Command, OTC, a subordinate command of the U.S. Army Test and Evaluation Command, APEC, now located at Aberdeen Proving Ground, Maryland. OTC's ultimate customer is the soldiers, our sons and daughters, who will judge our efforts with their lives and their mission accomplishment. This is a sacred trust which will not be compromised. Truth in testing.
Forward! Forward! Sir, colors present. Ma'am.
Ladies and gentlemen, please stand for the playing of the national anthem.
Freeze, head, arm.
Ladies and gentlemen, please be seated.
Forward, arms.
The very soul of the military unit is symbolized in the colors under which it fights. for the colors represent the unit's heritage, stands as an ever-present guardian over its current operations, and provides inspiration to meet the challenges that lie ahead. Today, the colors join their units in formation during ceremonies signifying their presence during battles of the past. The traditional exchange of the unit colors from outgoing commanders to incoming commanders is symbolic of the transfer of responsibility to the assembled command. Passing of the colors is a symbolic tradition that has survived throughout military history. The Sergeant Major passes the colors to the outgoing commanders. The passing of colors from the outgoing commanders to the senior commanders signifies the relinquishment of his command. The passing of the colors from the senior commander to the incoming commander signifies that the unit is never without leadership. The passing of the colors from the incoming commander to the Sergeant Major signifies the passing of the trust and also the responsibility for the morale, welfare, and discipline of the unit. By authority of Army Regulation 600-20, paragraph 2-5 Delta, the undersigned assumes command of the United States Army Operational Test Command, effective 1 July 2024. Signed, Brigadier General Shannon-Mikal Lucas, Commandant. Ladies and gentlemen, the APAC Commander, Major General James Gallivan.
All right, Command Sergeant Major, if you would, I'd ask you to put the color guard at rest, please. It's all right if you unseat the colors as well. I trust you. All right, Command Sergeant Major, we're going to stay out here until we get triple digit. I'll explain why in a bit. It's all right. We're good. God is good. We're in Central Texas. All right, good morning, everybody.
Morning.
First and foremost, from everyone, the salute battery, the band, the color guard, everyone who put this together, can we please give them a round of applause? All right, does anybody have the temperature yet? I need to know. Like the outside temperature.
Feels like 92.
Okay, who said that? All right, we got problems. Here's what's going on, ladies and gentlemen. Chris Hackler said he wasn't leaving Texas till he got up to triple digits. So now we got 8 degrees. If y'all want to go ahead and bring the colors inside in a bit, we're going to be here all day. I'm kidding. Damn it. 92? Really? Set the phone on the pavement for a bit. I'm kidding. Look, everyone, say again.
It's just what he said. I don't.
All right, we need to get rid of the awnings. That'll help. All kidding aside, thank you all for being here, out here in the heat of Central Texas. I came in from Maryland. I went out to Battalion Ave. I ran for a little bit this morning. I started loping, then I started talking to God, thinking I was going to die, and it was only 77 degrees. For y'all, you're used to it. And for the parts of OTC that came in from the rest of the country, other than the team out at Fort Bliss, you're used to it. The Fort Bliss team's used to dry heat, and they're like, get me the hell out of here. All kidding aside, thank you all for being here. In particular, the Friends of Central Texas and Fort Cavazos. To come here and see familiar faces that define the Central Texas community it's home. It's real, it's authentic, it's not transactional. It's special, so my gosh, I'm gonna cry, and it's not tears of sweat. And then for the friends and family members of Chris Hackler and Shannon Lucas, thank you all for being here. As we get into my remarks, first and foremost, Chris's best friend and bride, Sunny, as well as their daughter, Emma, and then their son, George, and his wife,
are at Fort Campbell, Kentucky. And Chris, the rest of your family, your father, George, your stepmother, Judy, your mom, Della, they couldn't make it here today. But I think that's because you want to get in a set of Jeeps and start making your way to Fort Campbell, USA. But your entire family's here with us in thought. And then for Edith, thank you for coming to Central Texas. You are going to fall in love with this place. Shannon is going to buy boots, I promise, ropers. You should too if you don't have them. If not, when you go to the rodeo, someone here is going to correct you for lack of loyalty to the great state of Texas. Kaylee and Monica, are you here? I've not met you yet. Where are you at? Raise your hands. You're from Houston, right? Okay, so this weather's good. I can just ramble on and on and on and on. And then Tristan, Private Tristan Lucas, is at Military Police Basic Training and Advanced Individual Training at Fort Leonard, Missouri. And Tristan and his bride Ashley and their 28-month-old daughter are here with us in spirit. So that is awesome. And then also we got Shannon, your first platoon sergeant, Master Sergeant retired, James D. Maroney and his bride Candy, and their daughter Crystal and her husband, Master Sergeant overall. Can y'all raise your hands? Amen. Can we give all the family members that are here a round of applause? In Central Texas, you get this, but the whole family serves. The whole village serves. The strength of the service member, the Army civilian, it's that support structure that surrounds them and allows them to focus on the Constitution and this will defend. And that's what the people here represent. 3 takeaways if I lose all of y'all or any of you today as I ramble on, because we're getting to 100. Both of these leaders, Chris and Shannon, and their loved ones define families of service. They both have relatives that have served, and they both have adult children that are serving as we speak. Families of service, which many of you in the audience, that's what we all define. Both of these Army families have terrific reputations across the Army. I was in the bathroom, someone here is going to know an OTC this morning. And Shannon, you'll love this. 2 gentlemen, I was in the stall, so I didn't look. And if you're here, you can raise your hand if you're inclined. But one gentleman from OTC said to the other gentleman, they're like, we got a really good guy coming in. They didn't say anything bad about you, Chris. I swear to goodness. No F-bombs, no, nothing like that. But he said, we got a really good guy coming in. And the other guy said, well, what do you mean? He's like, he was the #2 cop in the United States Army. And the other guy's like, that's pretty good. And I'm thinking, I'm mildly interested in law enforcement, but it matters. Who said that? Raise your hand. Yes. So that gets to the reputations. And then, so families of service, terrific reputations. And this is vital. As our Army senior leaders talk about warfighting, delivering combat-ready formations, executing continuous transformation, and strengthening the profession, the United States Army's Operational Test Command is integral to all 4 of these focus areas. Chris, you have set the conditions in all 4 of these areas, and Shannon, you and the team are postured to exploit opportunities for our beloved Army. And OTC is right in the middle of all 4 of those areas. So if you're not familiar with OTC, take that away and you're a go, and you are trained. OTC has crushed it in a positive way under Chris's leadership. They've made lasting contributions to the development and training and leadership of our Army's people. In particular, Chris's vision, tenacity, and leadership have created a climate that empowers people and a climate that has positively changed how operational testing is viewed by the user community. Simply put, we've evolved from being viewed as disinterested testers, calling balls and strikes for a test, to being viewed as Army teammates, enabling, coaching, partnering with the user community to help the Army to learn how material solutions can change, improve, or even transform how a unit operates as the character of war changes. OTC is helping the Army to realize new or better capability that's centered on the American soldier. Chris has excelled at leading and caring for a world-class team of soldiers and Army civilians, spread out over 4 states with 8 test directorates. Under his leadership, the command has successfully conducted over 100 tests in the past 2 years, providing essential information required for the acquisition and fielding of warfighting systems to enable our soldiers across the Army to better execute their mission. Importantly, Chris has inspired the entire command to support operational units with the highest quality of testing possible, while ensuring units conducting testing for the Army were in charge of and resourced to drive focus on their mission essential training and leader development objectives concurrent with supporting the Army's operational test. I could rattle off all the tests, but think all things fires, PRISM, long-range hypersonic weapons, mid-range capabilities, all things intel, TLS Manpack, TLS Striker, all things soldier, next generation squad weapon, ITN, mounted mission command software, all things position navigation, maps, DAPS, command and control. There's so many acronyms you'd fall asleep. Aviation, all things air defense, counter UAS, LTAMS, AIAMD, CH-47 Block 2, MSHORAD, tested forward in Poland, DE SHORAD, tested forward in the Middle East. There's people from OTC as we sit here today that are in the Middle East helping the Army learn where the Army wants to learn. That's the future of operational testing. That's Chris Hackler. Follow-on assessments of the infantry squad vehicle, follow-on assessments of the Paladin, follow-on assessments of the ISV, AMPV. Also supported countless exercises with the Army's Project Capstone series, as well as the Army's C2 Fix campaign. If I was assigned a 3 Corps and if you weren't aware of what OTC's doing, now you are, I would just tap into them and drain that brains out of OTC and bring them into the family, because we're all in one Army family. But Chris's most profound contribution on building and leading a team of teams to set optimal conditions to get after the Army's continuous transformation. That's what his biggest contribution has been. Chris has led OTC, ATEC, the PEO teams, cross-functional teams, Center of Excellence experts, and most of all, Army units in conducting critical tests. Chris has created an environment of transparency and collaboration. Chris, you've solidified the role of core training and warfighting practices in operational testing. Detailed planning, threat integration, reduced force rehearsals, condition checks, mission-oriented risk mitigation, and most of all, post-mission after-action reviews and follow-up with the user community. This is all about being fully vested in the success of the Army and supporting the delivery of actual capability to the force, not just kit. In addition, Chris, since you've been here, OTC has strengthened relationships with Texas A&M University, UT, University of Texas Center for Agile Technology, and Texas A&M Center for Applied Technology. Chris, you've left an indelible and permanent mark on the Army. On behalf of the Army, thank you. Most of all, personally, thank you for leading me and for the friendship. We wish you nothing but the best as you move on to Natick in Massachusetts, where it's a little bit cooler. And you're still in the modernization space, so we are grateful. As we bid farewell to Chris and his family, we're excited to welcome Shannon and Edith to ATEC and the Central Texas community. Shannon, you're from you're from Ohio, right, Shannon?
Yes, sir.
All right, so are you a Boilermaker fan? It's not Notre Dame.
Sir, it's Notre Dame.
There's no way, you're out. And then you and Edith met when you were at VMI 30 years ago, and you've been together ever since, correct?
Yes, sir.
What a beautiful story. Can we congratulate the Lucases on 30 years of being together? Shannon has served in all the right assignments, at home and deployed, company, battalion, brigade, ASCC to HQDA levels. Prior to coming to OTC, as I mentioned, I guess he was the #2 cop in the Army. Shannon, you and Edith will have the time of your life here in Central Texas. It's going to grow on you, as well as ATEC. Put our people first, and they will never let you down. For the OTC team, please remain fully vested in the success of the Army. Please do everything humanly possible to create the conditions for units and their soldiers to help the Army learn and transform at the speed of need. We got a lot in front of us. IVAS user assessment, Next Generation Squad Weapon IOT&E, Integrated Flight Test Campaign, M10 Booker IOT&E, to name a few, and that's just in like the next 90 days. So Shannon, giddy up. You're gonna have the time of your life here. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you all for being here today. Truth in testing, this will defend.
Ladies and gentlemen, Brigadier General Brig Hackler.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, distinguished guests, good neighbors, thank you for coming. Hall of Famers, alumni, and members of Operational Test Command. Thank you for joining us today as Sonny and I say goodbye. We welcome Shannon-Mikal Lucas into the OTC family. I want to express my sincere gratitude to all who made today's ceremony awesome. I pulled in about 6:30 this morning. People are already out here working. So your impeccable service and dedication to this event does not go unnoticed. To the 1st Cavalry Division Band, the Salute Battery, your performance and ceremonial duties have added dignity and honor to our events, representing the best traditions of our Army, and thank you for 2 years of support. Jada, as always, that was awesome. Thank you. Today marks a significant moment of transition for our command as I stand before you, filled with gratitude and reflection. I am humbled to have the privilege to serve as your commander for the past 2 years. This command has been more than a duty station. It has been a home, a family, and a cornerstone of my military career. First and foremost, I must express my deepest appreciation to my wife, Sonny. For 26 years, she has led our family, embodying the true spirit of service and sacrifice that defines many military families. Her unwavering support and dedication to our Army family have been my rock and source of strength. Sonny, thank you for everything you have done and continue to do for our soldiers and our country. And for the sacrifice bit, tomorrow's Sonny's birthday, and this is like the 10th time we've been homeless or on the road during her birthday, so thank you. I also want to express my gratitude to our children, Emma, George, and our daughter-in-law, Sammy. Your resiliency and understanding throughout my career have been remarkable. Your unwavering support and love have meant the world to me. Thank you for being a source of joy and inspiration for both Sonny and I. Reestablishing your life every few years is always challenging. It was a little easier this time due to a group of amazing new friends. To all of our gym friends, thank you for coming. And thanks for accepting us into your family. That ability to come here and be part of something bigger has made the great place even better for us as we've been here. General Gallivan, thank you for your leadership and trust. Sir, your confidence in me to lead this command and execute our mission has been instrumental. I am grateful for your mentorship and the opportunities you provided for our command to excel. To the 4 Cavazos command teams, thank you for your support, mentorship, and friendship you've provided Sonny and me. The climate you guys have set have been outstanding. We really appreciate it. And thanks to the entire Phantom Warrior team for the support you provide to OTC. We could not exist here as a tenant if it wasn't for that outstanding support. To the members of the Operational Test Command, thank you for unwavering dedication and professionalism. Your hard work and expertise are crucial to our success, and I'm immensely proud of all we have achieved over the past 2 years. There are too many of you to mention by name, but rest assured, Sonny and I have cherished our time together. I'm also immensely grateful to the entire command team. Your commitment, professionalism, and tireless efforts have been the backbone of our success. Together we have tackled challenges, celebrated victories, and always put the mission first. Each of you has played a crucial role in ensuring that we have fulfilled our duty to the U.S. soldier with integrity and excellence. Reflecting on Simon Sinek's powerful concept from starting with why, it is clear why we exist in the Operational Test Command, to enhance the capability of our soldiers on the battlefield. Our purpose is not simply to conduct operational testing, but rather to inform and guide Army senior leaders on the effectiveness, suitability, and survivability of Army modernization efforts. Said a better way, we help the Army learn so our soldiers and formations are more lethal. This mission is pivotal as it directly impacts the readiness and effectiveness of our Army. As I pass the baton to Shannon, I urge you all to remain steadfast in our mission and values. Our focus must always be on the why, improving soldier lethality. and not solely on the what or how. We help the Army learn. It is our collective dedication and commitment that ensure we continue to meet the evolving needs of our Army and our nation. Sonny and I want to extend the warmest welcome to Shannon and Edith. This assignment will undoubtedly be one of the most rewarding and fulfilling experiences of your career. Embrace it with enthusiasm and dedication, knowing you have the support of an exceptional team behind you. In closing, it has been the greatest honor of my career to lead this extraordinary team. I leave with a heart full of gratitude and optimism for the future of OTC. I have no doubt under General Lucas's leadership you will continue to uphold the highest standards of excellence and service to our soldiers and our nation. Thank you. Truth in testing, this will defend.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Commander of the Operational Test Command, Brigadier General Shannon-Mikal Lucas.
All right, we'll see if the microphone can go down just one more notch lower. At least General Hackler was out there, lowered it a little bit. But Major General Gallivan, fellow general officers, distinguished guests, good neighbors, U.S. Army Operational Test Command, Hall of Famers and alumni, and all the family and friends, I offer my sincerest thanks to everyone for attending today's ceremony. Ladies and gentlemen, we've heard it, but Jada, what a great rendition of the national anthem. That takes a lot of courage. One more round of applause for her. And great thanks to the 1st Cav Division Band and Salute Battery, and as General Hackler said, truly that touch of class for the ceremony. Major General Gallivan, thank you for your kind words and for taking time out of your extremely busy schedule as you round out your command to officiate today's ceremony. I would also like to thank Army leadership for the true privilege to command as we look forward to serving with this command, this community, and being part of the greatest Army with the best soldiers, civilians, and families. As General Hackler so successfully did, OTC will continue to provide realistic operational testing and assessing to enable our soldiers, our nation's most prized possessions, to win decisively on the battlefield. Chris and Sonny, Edith and I cannot thank you enough for the warmest welcome that we've received. It has been great to share stories, to get to know each of you, and my only regret is we didn't cross paths earlier in our career. I wish you all the best in your next endeavor, and we thank you both for your lifetime of dedicated service to our nation, our Army, and all the families that you serve with. Again, best of luck to you all. What an outstanding job. I got some big shoes to fill, Chris. To Robin K. Stone, also thank you for the very warm welcome, and your reputation truly precedes both of you. You have also made us feel right at home here in Texas from the moment we've arrived. I know Edith and I are excited to serve with you as well. And I was once told by a wise old command sergeant major that every soldier has a sergeant. Both this command and I am grateful to have Command Sergeant Major Johnson, and I am blessed to serve along with him and call him my sergeant and look forward to the 2 years ahead. Edith, loving wife and mother, thank you. This was our 20th, and I think our best PCS ever. You've never complained, you've never wavered, you've always been there for our family, and more importantly, for the families of the many soldiers whom we've been blessed to serve with. To my daughter Kaylee here today, and our son Private Shannon-Mikal Lucas, currently at AIT in Fort Leonard Wood. Thank you for all your love, for all your support and sacrifice that is inherent with being that Army brat. You have both blossomed into such outstanding young adults. And to our daughter-in-law, Monica, I'm not sure I could ask for a better spouse for my daughter. And to our daughter-in-law, Ashley, who is in Fort Worth, awaiting Tristan's return, but also due any day with their second child. Hang in there, Ashley. Snuts is on his way, and we'll be there soon. To my mom here today, thanks for making the trip from Florida. I know Dad is looking down as well. I really hit the jackpot when I was blessed to have you both as parents. And to our teammates from the local communities, we are honored to join you as trusted partners in this community and look forward to sustaining the strong existing relationships. And finally, to the soldiers, to the civilians and families of OTC, it is my greatest professional honor to serve in your ranks. Together, we will live up to the proud legacy of OTC. All right, let's get to work. All standing policies and procedures remain in effect. This will defend, truth in testing, test 6, signing on the net.
Ladies and gentlemen, please stand for the retiring of the colors and render appropriate honors as the colors are retired. Please remain standing for the Army song.
Bar Major, retire the color.
Ladies and gentlemen, this concludes today's ceremony. On behalf of the Operational Test Command, we thank you for attending. Brigadier General Hackler and Sonny will remain in the immediate area for those wishing to bid them farewell. Brigadier General Lucas would like to invite you to respectfully in the PCR directly across the street. Truth and protection.
Great job.